And I often find clients, sometimes it's, a typical standard case interview, and on the odd occasion, they make them really, really tough. And occasionally try and trip people up, but I don't see that as very common anymore. What do you recall as the toughest the toughest case question that you've ever come across?
Yeah, I had this case from, I think it was McKinsey, Los Angeles. I actually interviewed for McKinsey, LA, got an offer. For personal reasons, I wanted to be in New York. I didn't realize it until later on. Redid the entire final round in New York. So the one I had in LA it was a case about healthcare. And I can't give you the exact case because I actually don't remember the case. It was so complicated with the terminology and the jargon, right? Because the patient is not the person who pays, right? You have the provider, the doctor, the hospital. You have the patient, then you have the payor, and so it gets very complicated. So I couldn't even comprehend the question, and therefore I couldn't remember it. And so I'm pretty sure I did not do well on that case, but I think I'm confident nobody else did either. So it was just probably not a good case to give because it required too much background knowledge around jargon and terminology to even comprehend what they were asking.
And what should a candidate do in that situation if it's completely beyond what they can comprehend as a normal case?
Yeah, so this is the rule of thumb. This I've been telling people for years. People who get offers and go on for many years and inside the various firms, they all cite this as like the key insight that I've sort of drilled into everyone's head. Do what you would do on the job as a consultant. So if a client gives you a problem that you have difficulty comprehending, as a consultant, as a professional, in that situation, what would you do? You'd ask questions.
Yeah.
That term, guarantor, what is that? Could you define that for me? I see. And then how is that different than the payor, right? And so you start mapping out the term. And this is what we do as consultants in the first week is we're getting down the basics, within the industry, within that particular firm's terminology, how they define things. And so that's what you're looking for, right? Because you're not going to know everything. In fact, if you do know something about that industry, they often give you a different case. Because they want to see, can you ask the basic questions? Because in a year, we're going to put you in front of a client by yourself for a good part of the day. And are you going to ask intelligent questions or say, oops, I messed up. Can we do a timeout? Like there are no timeouts, right, at the firm. And so you got to be professional. You don't know, you ask. Never pretend, never fake it. And if you don't know, don't break down and say, oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm probably going to bomb this case. You say confidently, I don't know, but I can find out, or I don't know, but here's what I would need to know in order to determine that particular answer.